It's Kerry from Colorado Biking, and I'm at Red Feather Lakes, actually Beaver Meadows Resort. And I'm going to ride the Beaver Meadow Trail and some of the associated trails coming off there. One of the good things about this resort, if you come up here, it's kind of at the end of nowhere, that they allow you to park up in the resort. There's showers down by the office for $5, so if you come back at the end of the ride, you need to shower, you can. Got a restaurant up here, got some snacks and food and some facilities, so that could be good, especially for somebody like me. I just come up for the one night, picking up my son from a scout camp tomorrow, and I am going to just sleep in the car tonight. I'm gonna park up in some undesignated camp spot somewhere and just sleep, so a shower might be good. Anyway, let's to the ride. So Beaver Meadows is quite a horsey community, so we can expect to potentially find some horses on the trails. We'll have to be wary of that. So turn right as you cross the ponds. So we want to take the North Fork Trail. Okay, interesting, okay.
How's it going?
Good. So it seems the North Fork Trail goes for the disc golf. That's all very confusing. Perhaps the hardest part of this ride is just finding your way out of the resort. And then we have another one. I'm going to have to ask the office about the barbed wire fence over what's supposed to be a trail. If I get a barb up in the nuts, I'll be very unhappy. That's pretty much out of the resort now. Getting out of the resort area means navigating a maze of tracks and roads. It's kind of confusing, but ultimately you'll get to the North Fork River. You'll cross the river on these skinny logs, and then you'll get to a junction here. You need to turn right to get to Pearl Creek. I went the wrong way and continued up the North Fork Trail. This trail is a nice climbing trail, a little rocky, some wide track, some single track, with many river crossings as it navigates near the North Fork River. Some of these crossings are a class 3 water crossing, so 15 foot wide, 1 to 3 feet deep, and can be quite tricky to cross. I ultimately got to this one, at which point I decided to turn around and head back the way I came to find the Pearl Creek Trail. So back at the North Fork River, heading out from the campgrounds, you'll cross the North Fork River. There's a couple of log skinnies to cross, and then as you navigate back towards the trail, you'll find this intersection here. You want to take the right faint track, which is Pearl Creek, and that will take you onto the main tour. So even though we're still climbing, some parts of the Pearl Creek Trail is actually quite technical. Here we're climbing up kind of a little washed out gully. So some spots are sandy, some spots kind of mulchy, lots of leaf litter down. Other spots are full of roots, some are rocky. Woo. Well, I think when you're riding trails like this, you don't tend to notice the climb, as you're just focusing on threading your way around the rocks and keeping momentum ever upwards. Mosquitoes have been all over me. Remember to bring bug repellent. As we continue upwards, we keep straight and turn onto the Frontier Trail, which is actually double track like this. We've been doing some double track after that technical section of single track by the creek, but this continues upwards. After the road, Frontier becomes single track again. One thing about the Beaver Meadows area, they've got really good signposts on what the trail names are, and apart from getting out of the camper area. Once you're out, the trail finding is pretty easy to do. Yeah, this is nice. This is the kind of adventure trekking, get away from it trail. Want to get away from the front range and the crowdedness? Come to Beaver Meadows. Although talking to the ranger in the visitor centre, he was like, "Oh no, don't post that on video on YouTube." He was like, "We don't want any more people here." I guess they like the current level of quietness that is up here. There hasn't been much openness so far on this ride. We're mostly riding in deep pine forests. So this is really the first kind of tweak to the grade since I started, but it's short-lived. Also this sandy, decomposed granite up here. Not much to say apart from we keep on climbing. So reach the top of the climb. I put my knee and elbow pads on, even if I don't need them for the trail. I'm getting eaten alive by mosquitoes here whenever you stop. So definitely bring the bug spray. Nice little rocky crop there. This is really a mellowing descent. Yeah, just a few rocks. Keep you on your toes. Some of those rocks I just hit were pretty big. Nice pile of rocks. Woo! This is why we have Aggressor trail bikes. There's some pretty big rocks there. Let's keep you on your toes. I'm glad I put my knee and elbow pads on now. Some of that was pretty pointy and sharp. You know, if you really want to experience more of what mountain biking was like in the early days, you need to come out and find these more backward and raw trails. Get away from all the groomed, overbuilt stuff along the front range or the bike paths and go hunting for wild trails out in the national forest. This is sweet. Yeah. Across the stream. Nope. That one wasn't so quick. Up. I lost all my momentum. There we go. Let's get going again. Up for a free. Look where you're going, Kerry. Ooh. Yes! Wow, that's sweet. And we get to the other side of the creek. And I was going to say, it was smooth dirt. Not anymore, it's not. Whew. Dirt interspersed with rocks. I'm now riding with a Maxxis Aggressor on the back of the bike. So far I'm really liking this tyre. Rolls well, grips well. What more could you ask? Yeah, North Fork and Frontier. So, now got Powderhorn, now it's Frontier, we just came down, and North Fork goes that way. North Fork we were cycling up earlier. That crosses that river too many times, we're not going down that. We're going to do Powderhorn. This trail climbs. Powderhorn is mostly a double track, which kind of descends down into this single track within the double track. But that's okay. It makes a good climbing trail. It's a little loose in places, but not too bad. So I've come off Powderhorn and I'm on the Cabin Creek trail now. Cabin Creek starts off as a double track, which has dropped down to this dirt single track. Still climbing. Turns out Powderhorn was pretty much wide double track the entire way. Here we're on a long climb back up. Don't know what's up with my rear cassette, sounds like it's about to explode. Or since I've rebuilt my bike and my cables have stretched out, because I need to tune it back up, because the last two rides were dead quiet. This one is not. Trapper. I know Trapper heads back to the camp. No, you are here. Okay, because we're going to continue this way and then round. So now we're on Trapper. Trapper gets rocky. This might be climbing, but I like these type of climbs. Where am I going? Oh, tough little climb. Yeah, that's a tough one. I was going to put Trappers as an intermediate, but I think it's becoming a bit of a black diamond. This would be good to ride down. Tough choice. Let's see how far I can make it. Yeah. Killed by a root. When you're going uphill, once you stop, it's impossible to get it going again till it flattens off. Right, we're getting near the top of Trappers, so we're about to switch to downhill. We're straight into loose chunk. Chunky, sandy. Yeah, these are good tyres down here. I think I headed into a downhill and not knowing what the trail's like. That's what my videos are for. I'll take the risk. Film my first ride down. Whoa! Very loose. Very sandy on that corner. Watch out for the big rocks. Oh yeah. Whoa. Super chunk. This trail kind of reminds me of sourdough. We're on the front range up in the Indian Peaks area. Yes, through the chunk. Yeah. Nice. This is what you expect when you think of Colorado backcountry trails. This trail here is horrible. It's all bare in granite. Just, whoa, there is no grip. This is riding on marbles. So there was a little bit of a climb on trappers, but now we're back to descending. Trappers is just a sand toboggan, if that's the thing. Grip. Ah, that was a big drop. There's a bit of a challenge here. Woo! Oh yeah. We are back to the campground. That was the Beaver Meadows Trail. I'm not going to finish it here. I'm going to climb back up and take a renegade. So I'm back on trappers, having climbed back up. Now I'm heading towards renegade. Descending trappers. Got a nice little bit of chunk on it. Going down a bit faster than I did my first time down. Hey, buckskin. So, eeny, meeny, miny, mo, buckskin or renegade? I think renegade. Let's continue on. Wait. Whoa! That was close. Trappers really is a nice trail. Definitely see it's rated as one of the best around here. So here we pick up Renegade. Let's just get pushed through here. Bit of a choke point. That's the rear mech scraper. So there was a climb through a sand pit. That was no fun. Oh, very loose sand. Got some jumping and landing into sandy corners. There you go, onto some dirt now, that's better. Hey, what do we have here? Woo. Yeah, nice little chunky bit. Ooh. Takes you a bit by surprise when you come around the corner. That was Renegade. So this was Renegade joined back in with trappers. Ooh, that was fun. So that was a sampling of the Beaver Meadows trails with a little bit of extra at the end to take Renegade back in. So that's my ride of the Beaver Meadow trails, including Renegade as an addition. Subscribe and like the video to keep up to date with latest trail videos. And now it's time for me to pay $5 and have a shower and get some food. See you on another trail.